Today, I am teaching on sex determination, a very interesting area of reproductive health that a lot of people do not believe the knowledge there works. My dear brother and sister, it works. Anything that can give you up to 80, 90, 95% of succeeding, 90% success, who will not pursue that? Yes, everyone understands it's not 100% probability to follow, because the human body biologically changes. It's so dynamic in a way that there are a lot of factors that bring about change. And you may study something very well and you try to follow it, and something happens that destabilizes the entire functioning of that body at the time. But this is not every time. There is knowledge we can acquire, and it will help us determine our degree of satisfaction in life, our level of happiness, of joy, of fulfillment, okay? And I can only do my part from the gift, from the talent God has, conferred on me, to be able to understand this area of reproduction, obstetrics and gynecology. We can discuss it. I always will let my viewers ask questions on the comment section or write to me, WhatsApp. My contact is always on the screen, and I always do give it 674-6054-69. And if you're out of Cameroon, because I am actually based in Bamenda, Cameroon, and if you're out of Cameroon, you can always add +237. Then you just add my number. You get to me on WhatsApp, preferably. I do not like people calling me on audio call. You can write to me on WhatsApp. I can have time to attend to. Thank you. As I said, my name is Dr. David Ayem, a doctor of philosophy in public health. I am a reproductive health expert. I am a midwife, okay? And I am teaching today. I made that promise before. And today I am on sex determination. Do you believe you can decide when to give birth to a baby girl or when to give birth to a baby boy? Is it possible? Answer, yes. Listen to me now. There is something that we refer to as chromosomes, which are your genes arranged in a particular manner and stored in the nucleus of the sperm cell and also of the egg cell. The egg cell is the ovum from the woman. If it's released from the ovary, it is called the ovum. When it's released from the testis of the man, it is the sperm cell or spermatozoa, if there are many, or spermatosome, if it's one. Okay? These are the only cells in the human body that are haploid in nature. When we say haploid, we are talking of a cell that its chromosome number remains half the number of chromosomes that are found in body cells. You see my hand, see my fingers, my nose, my head, everywhere. All tissues are made of cells. All organs are made of tissues. And all systems are made of organs. And then the entire organism is made of systems. Therefore, the most basic structural and functional unit of the human body is a cell. All body cells have 46 chromosomes. They carry the information relating to all the characteristics of man. That is what is referred to as the genes. and they can transfer them from one generation to the other. A father can transfer to the child, and the mother can transfer to the child. And you see somebody's child looking like the person, resembling, and they tell that, oh, that's the gene. Yes, such information is stored inside the nucleus, which is like the heart of a cell, and in the form of chromosomes. In everybody's cell, there are 46 of them, except a sex cell. And what are sex cells? The sperms from the man, or sperm cells. Actually, there's nothing like sperm, but we can always add the word cell to say the sperm cell. We've called its full name the spermatozoa or the spermatozoa. And in the woman, what we call the egg cell is the ovum. When the ovary releases an ovum, that ovum has 23 chromosomes instead of 46 in other that like in other body cells. The sperm cell has 23 too, which is half of 40. Remember, 46 divided by 2 is 23. That's why we say the only cells you can find in the human body that have 23 chromosomes are the sperm cells and the egg cell in the woman. So if a man has not yet reached a reproductive age, if he has not yet reached mature age, there is no cell in that man's body that has 23 chromosomes because he has not started producing sperms. Only a sperm cell has 23. When you go to a woman, if she has not yet reached puberty, there is no cell in her whole body that has 23 chromosomes, except when she will get sexually mature and her ovaries start releasing egg. Then an egg that is released has 23 chromosomes. So you see, nature makes it in a way that a man will always be attracted to a woman because, when both of them have reached sexual age, until they meet and they have sexual intercourse, and a sperm cell comes looking for an egg cell and say, bring your 23, this is my 23. We just always describe it as the Bible says that a missing rib. Yes, see the egg in the woman as the missing rib. When they will meet the sperm, they will fuse together. You bring your 23, I bring my 23, and we join it to form one cell with 46. And that is an individual. And that is where man starts, from one single cell, which is formed from two sex cells. At that time, when the two sex cells are coming together, all their chromosomes also fuse, also mix. Remember, chromosomes, they exist in pairs. Just like we described that genes exist in pairs, like a pair of scissors. You cannot use scissors and cut something if it's not a pair. If you remove one hand, it becomes one, and it's no more a scissors. So that's the same as your genes. They are arranged. They always exist in pair. Now, these 23 chromosomes in the man, as we all study, one day I'll explain to you the genotype, which is AA, very normal genotype AA. For a normal person. In the sperm cell, you have the genes that AA. When they say AA, because it cannot exist just A, because it must be a pair. Number 1 is AA, number 2 is AA, number 3 AA, number 4 AA, right down to number 22. All are AA. Except number 23, which is XY. That is what determines the sex of a child. Because that number 23 is called sex chromosome. But from number 1 to number 22 are autosomes, meaning they are the same like in normal body cells, which are 46 and all autosomes. But you see, the sex cell, the sperm and the egg, they have 23. But only the first 22 are autosomes. Number 23 is sex chromosome. In the male is XY, that's the pair. In the female is XX. So you can see, the female has XX, but the man has XY. When the two will be fusing and coming together, the man can only contribute one arm and the woman contribute one arm for the baby to be formed. Which one will the man contribute, the X or the Y? That is where the sex of a child is determined. What comes from the man? Is it the X the man will give, so that the woman will give one of her X's? She has two X. If she gives one, it will mix with two X and XX. That's a woman. But if the man gave the Y, he will pick one X from the woman and it forms XY. That is the male. Therefore, my dear brothers, The sex of a child is determined by the man, and nature has put that which determines the sex of a child only in the male. So if any man didn't understand that he needs to study this menstrual cycle of his wife well, he needs to be very loving and peaceful and containing, the one that is approachable, the one that woman should feel free with you and discuss the menstrual cycle, so that you understand when your woman ovulates. And then you understand when to have the sexual intercourse, that you supply your sperm, and the sperm cell could be able to contribute the Y chromosome and not the X when you need a male child, or to contribute the X chromosome when you need a girl child. Therefore, it is only the man that determines the sex of a child. What you put in a woman, she only will develop it, mature it to be a person, a child, and will give birth to it and give you. So if you are putting in females, girls in the woman, she will only be producing girls, because nature doesn't give chance for a woman to determine sex. If all is left in the hands of a woman, all the children will be girls, because her sex chromosome are XX. This is the lesson we need to know. Somebody will ask me, how can I know when to let the Y cross and not the X? This is a big question in the mind of people. I will just go straight to the point. We already taught in the last lesson how you have to understand the fertile period of a lady. Go and listen to that audio again. Study it again if possible, right? When you have determined the fertile period, the day of ovulation, the particular day the woman is ovulating, my dear brother, you will understand that when you deposit sperm into the vagina of the woman, it may take between 24 hours to about 48 hours. Between 24 hours to 36, 40, 48 hours before the sperm is meeting the egg in the woman. But studies tell us that when sperms are just ejaculated, they come with a lot of energy. Remember, secretions from the seminal glands in the man, they are very rich in glucose and fructose and galactose, a lot of energy. And when the man ejaculates, the sperms come in kicking hard. When sperms are kicking like that, when they happen to meet any egg at that time, the Y is like a bully. It takes all the energy. It will cross. And that's how boy child is formed. But if you have to come and you just have sex indiscriminately, you don't even know when the woman is ovulating. Maybe she will be ovulating tomorrow. You already have sex with her today and go home. You have sent in sperm, and your sperm will have to stay in her system for long, waiting for the egg. And the egg, when it will be released from the ovary, it has time to be moving through the fallopian tube to meet with the sperm. Most of the time, before you meet at that time, the high energy that sperms came with from the man, the high energy has dropped. The Y chromosome doesn't thrive with low energy. That is why when a man ejaculates, and the ejaculate has to stay more than 24 hours, 30 hours, 36 hours, ability for Y chromosome to cross has dropped. But the X chromosome maintains very low energy level. It's very stable, okay? Even with this least energy, the X is still active. It will cross and will form a girl. Therefore, if you really need a boy, study your wife until you determine that she has ovulated. Then even give yourself like 24 hours after ovulation. Then you target, shoot, have sexual intercourse that is quality with healthy sperms. Supply. When you supply now, why did you leave up to about 24 hours after she ovulated? You use your head to say that if the egg has been released now, you give some time for the egg to initiate itself, the fibrated end of the tube to pick up that egg, put it in the fallopian tube, let the egg begin to find its way towards the womb. It shortens the distance. Maybe it has already entered the tube until it is somewhere before you have sex with the woman. You know that when you have sex, you ejaculate inside vagina, and it takes time. Studies have said it takes between 4 hours to 6 hours before your ejaculate crosses the cervix to reach the womb. Before you start moving from womb to go to the tubes, it takes time, my dear brother. If you are lucky, within 24 hours to about 30 hours, your sperms has already made the egg. Oh, you have more than 90-95 chances of having a boy child because the sperms are meeting the egg earlier. When the sperms still have the high energy, that's what will pull the Y to cross. If your sperms stay long in the system, by the time they were meeting egg, the Y is weak. And only the X is still active because the least energy keeps it active. It will fertilize, and that's a girl. If you need a girl child, my dear, know when your woman is ovulating. If she has to ovulate tomorrow, have the sex today. And go you. The woman will be pregnant. In 90-95%, that's a girl. Thank you. Any question, write in the comment section. Make your comment. If I say something that is not right, let's talk it. We can do more research. As I said, my name is Dr. David. Subscribe, like, then you click on the notification table. Good to go.